The president.
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 President Trump.
President Trump.
President Trump. President Donald J. Trump.
President Trump.
President Trump.
President Trump.
President Trump.
Mr. Trump.
Mr. Trump.
Mr. Trump.
Mr. Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Trump.
Trump. Trump. Trump.
Trump. Trump. Trump.
President Donald Trump.
Hollywood star Vince Vaughn is facing backlash on social media after a video emerged showing him sitting with President Trump in a private box during the National College Football Championship in New Orleans. In the clip making the rounds on Twitter, Vaughn is seen chatting and laughing with the president as Melania sits between them before the pair shake hands. The social media reaction was swift and called for him to be canceled as many fans were shocked and disappointed. However, a rep for the actor said that Vaughn and Trump did not attend the championship together, but rather met during the game briefly.
These fucking claws and these fangs, man. And you're looking at your claws and you're looking at your fangs and you're thinking to yourself, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know how to kill the bunny. With this, you don't know how to kill the bunny. Do you know what I mean?
There was some Twitter action that has everybody scratching their head today.
The Vince Vaughn stuff?
Exactly.
Apparently Vince Vaughn was there.
A conservative and some say libertarian.
And he was there with the president. And so there he is. You see them together.
Yep.
Melania's in between them. And there's outrage now because they were seen together.
You're right. A former Deadspin employee, uploaded a video of about 30 seconds and captioned it, "I'm very sorry to have to share this video with all of you, every part of it." And suddenly social media reaction was swift because Vince Vaughn was seen right there with the President of the United States. Essentially, a number of people called for Vince Vaughn to be canceled.
On what? To be canceled for what?
Just because he talked to the president and shook his hand.
But canceled for what? What's he in?
Aaron tweeted this out. Sad. Vince Vaughn is one of my favorites. I always knew he was Republican, but this, so gross. I don't need a Wedding Crashers sequel anymore. Here's the thing. He describes himself, Vince Vaughn does, as a libertarian, as Brian said.
And Stephanie writes, I'm not angry about Vince Vaughn, just profoundly disappointed, and I want nothing more to do with him. Once upon a time, I found him quite entertaining, not anymore.
This is unbelievable because, you know, you do Fred Claus, you could retire, for as far as I'm concerned.
Heaven forbid you hang out with the president.
Yeah, and Wedding Crashers is, many people consider a classic movie.
He is one of the funniest actors.
I think he's been in countless movies. He'll be in countless plays. He's going to be fine in Hollywood, but it doesn't mean that others haven't taken note. Like Dana Lash brought up, I think I read somewhere that Vince Vaughn is a libertarian or something. Right. Regardless, it's nice to see people conversing and not shouting in a hashtag. By the way, it doesn't mean that he voted for President Trump. It means the President of the United States gave me an opportunity to say hi. I'm going to do that. There's not a human being on the planet that wouldn't go up to President Obama, or I don't think President Bush in the past.
It doesn't mean you have to vote for him. It doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say. He's the President of the United States.
Right. You know, that's the problem with the United States right now. As we take a look at Mark Thiessen, what he said, OMG, oh my goodness, the humanity, this is terrible. We must now all hate Vince Vaughn. You would have done great under Stalin. But Brian, I think you're absolutely right. If you're in the same box at an event or something like that, and the president's right over there, or you're sitting next to him, who wouldn't talk to him?
Well,
and nobody's hired lip readers to figure out what he said to the president. We don't know if it was positive. We don't know if he was critical. But unless America talks to the other side and we can just talk to each other, this is going to be a country. They might as well just split the country right in half, right down the Mississippi.
They tried that once.
Well, they did, but that's what we're going to. If you can't talk to each other, we're in big trouble. And last night under the Superdome Dome, you hear all those people cheering for the president. You saw Vince Vaughn shake the hand of the president, talk to him for 35 seconds, and that is a good thing.
You know why? It's LSU and Clemson. It's Louisiana and South Carolina. It's the South. They support him down there.
It's the national championship.
Correct. But when he went to LSU and he went to the Alabama game earlier in the year, he was cheered there. But then remember, he went to the World Series and he went to it was Nationals versus the Astros. You had the huge crowd from Washington, D.C. Not everyone likes him there.
Do people understand that it's the same country? Sadly, the most emblematic thing of where we're divided in a country goes back to sports. The World Series, the president booed. The college football championship in the South, the president gets 4 more year chance.
Tonight's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, actor and Chicago native Vince Vaughn.
All right, Chicago! Sure as God made green apples, someday Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series. Well, here we are. Let's win this thing. Let's heat it up here in Wrigley. Help me sing loud enough so Harry can hear us. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the... If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's...